Thank you, Manjri. I now invite Mrs. Revati Raju to tell us about the We in Transport initiative.
A very good morning to you all. My friend Manjri has just briefed you about our initiative in education. In today's day and age, women have established themselves in diverse fields. But the transport sector is still a relatively new domain. A study shows that transport sector has also opened up a lot of avenues for women. Today, we take great pride in launching our initiative to support We in Transport, that's Women Empowerment in Transport. Driving a bus would mean top of the line. It is encouraging to note that there are a large number of women conductors, women mechanics, and of course, there is the women BMTC driver. She is with us today. I request Prema to please stand up, and let's all applaud her. All our initiative is to create more and more Premas. Towards that, we have tied up with Maruti for training women in driving, G4S and Securitas, the security agencies, to train women to make an entry into Sentry, and hoping that the police would help us with the self-defense. As they are trained, we also have to create a platform for them. For that, we have tied up with a few schools, agencies, and taxis. Mr. Ravi Kumar, our Additional Chief Secretary for Transport and Energy, A Group Core, she's yet to join us, I think, MD of BMTC, Mr. Ashwak Ahmed, have been very supportive in our initiatives. As we have women pilots ringing the skies, we would love to see women drivers on the Bangalore roads, which would make it safer than ever. With all your support and encouragement, we are confident that we will achieve our goals. Our immediate goal is to train 100 women drivers. Right, Rati? She's busy. With our chairperson, Rati's boundless energy, zest, and infectious enthusiasm, we have no doubt that we would take long strides in this initiative of ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Revati. I would now like to invite our esteemed chief guests, Dr. Jija Harisingh and Shri P. Ravi Kumar, to officially launch the initiative.
Madam Rati Thandhania, Mr. Ravi Kumar, Chief Guest of today's function and Additional Chief Secretary, Transport and Power, Manjri Jalan, Revati Raju, Office Bearers and invitees. It is indeed an honor for me and a very prestigious moment for all of us when FICCI Ladies Organization has launched this very laudable initiative of women's empowerment. We have seen Prema, who's here with us, BMTC driver. There are many conductors, I am aware, And I think that I have met a person who is a KSRTC driver. If I am not mistaken, I am subject to correction. She told me that she plies buses from Mangalore to Bangalore and back. And she also said that to look after her family, balancing family and career, she also takes on the night buses, night journeys, so that when she reaches back, though she has been driving through the night, she can just rest and relax for a while and then look after her family. But I really do not know whether this is, my memory is playing tricks, so it cannot be. We will find out. I also we keep meeting people who are empowered women, people who are confident, people who have done things, people who have entered difficult fields, doing difficult jobs. Once at the Rotary function, Rotary Millennium Women, they were honoring, and I met this person who is a pilot. She was introduced as a pilot, so I assumed these days we do have women pilots. Even when we are flying, we do come across women pilots, and we know women pilots are there. But she was a pilot of a train, and this must have been about 10 years or 12 years ago. And now, in fact, I saw a news item about a pilot of the metro train. In 1975, when I joined the police service, definitely police was not an option, especially at that level for women, even though 3 years before that, Kiran Bedi had, broken that glass ceiling or glass barrier for women to enter the police and had joined. I'm the latest person who, but it surprises me, and it sort of elevates my spirits every time I meet one person who is doing something different and who I have not come across earlier. The latest is about 2-3 months ago when we were traveling in Kodagu. I came across at the junction. I was just waiting for some others to come out of the store, and I met one person, bejeweled. I mean, she was wearing quite a lot of gold ornaments, traditional Coorg ornaments and otherwise, but she was wearing a khaki pant and shirt and driving an auto rickshaw. And somebody who was, a half-dead kind of a person was at the back seat. So she just stopped there. So I just started talking to her, and she said that she has been driving this auto rickshaw for 5 years, and she said, I would like to share that with you, what she told me. So I said that, why 5 years? She has got 2 children, and children are slightly grown up, and then she started. She said she was always driving a two-wheeler, riding a two-wheeler, and she thought that she'll start this thing. Why did she start being an auto rickshaw driver? She says that my husband used to work, he'll get the salary, he will just get drunk, and so I did not have enough money to bring up my children when they were going to school. So I thought, why not start an auto rickshaw? So I said, won't men harass you and things like that? She said, this is for you to know, she said that now, initially it used to happen, but now everybody knows that what will happen if I can tackle them much better than any man, and people are really scared of me. Kodagu Markara being a small place, I guess she is quite well known for her courage, and for maybe she'll give nice beating to somebody who's trying anything funny, I guess. But I asked her, who is there? Who is sitting there? You have, who is the passenger? He said, Nanni Gandane, means my husband. So I said, I stepped forward, and I could get he was rigging, he has just had a binge of drinking. This was only about 7 o'clock or something in the evening. So I asked her, where are you taking him? He said, nan karkond hogilladre alli allo biddirtane. You know what it is? It means if I don't take him, I'm picking up from his workplace and taking him home. And I said, then I just called it away from the husband and away from other people who were with me. I said, Ganda kudidu bittu odaitane odaita idda ಆದರೆ ನಾನೀಗ ಆಟೋ ರಿಕ್ಷಾ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನೇ ಕಮಾಯಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಈಗ ಗಂಡನೂ ಸಹ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆತನಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So ever since he has started, he said initially he continued to, you know, beat her or ill-treat her. She says now he treats me with respect because he knows that I can go to the police. He knows that I will do something. I can stand on my own, and then he cannot treat me like what he said. He cannot treat me like another woman. I thought that last sentence is very significant. Women in society, men think that, sorry, I mean, no offense meant, all of us know about the patriarchal culturalization, how we are brought up. Men think of women generally as, they take them for granted wherever, whatever role it is, except perhaps their bosses. They think that they are there. They are there to do things. People generally, people who are not, women who are not doing any in an organized sector any work, they say that my wife doesn't do anything, meaning she is whiling away her time and making spending my money. That is the tone. So in our patriarchal society, women are just treated as a chattel, as something. They have their role in the home, producing the meals and producing children and everything, all in a package. But with more and more women coming out, there are conflicts and there are struggles for women to balance the home and career. But more and more men are accepting, because men are accepting that women are doing a playing a significant role and contributing significantly, only because I think women have this knowledge that I am powerful, that I will not be treated like a vastu, like a thing, like an object. Objectification of women is continuing everywhere. In fact, the former Premier of Australia talked about how she was being harassed all the time by the fellow parliamentarians. It is there everywhere. I mean, she spoke out, but it is there everywhere, till the woman takes that intent that from today I am on my own and I am somebody, and I will not tolerate unnecessary harassment. I wouldn't say unnecessary violation of my space, my territory. From that point of view, and also the point of view of great sociologists like Naila Kabir has said that access to education and employment, access to resources and agency, the feeling, the power that I can do something, these are the most important thing in women's empowerment. And access to employment, even Amartya Sen has always stressed, access to education and employment is the first step for empowerment. Empowerment is actually a continuum. You think that one person, you think that you are empowered, but it is like, I would like to compare it with the graph of what do you say, of the profit graph of a company. It goes up and up and up once you are empowered with education and other things. The graph goes up and up and up. But we have to be aware that it goes down also now and again. But the empowerment, the truly empowerment atmosphere, the ecosystem, and the empowered woman will bring it up. What I am saying is that empowerment is not a fixed thing. Just because you are educated, just because you have been given training by Group 4, it is not really it is not, it's not a quantum. It is just, it's like a curve, it's a continuum of empowerment. So we have to, even when people are empowered, we have to go on sustaining that empowerment, helping that person to have this empowerment continue, to be in that empowerment continuum. Whatever may be the level of empowerment that woman has attained. When you talk about empowerment, it is also an empowerment, and it's in a continuum. It can also go up and down. Up and down usually happens with violations. Violations of space, as I said, but also violence against women. From that point of view, the safety and security of women as the single most important aspect has also to be focused upon by organizations like FLO. In that respect, I would like to really place on record my appreciation and congratulate Rati, Manjari and Revati, who have realized this and who are bringing together a platform for women, not exactly for the women who are already in employment and then training them in equipping them for safety and security, but training people. They are doing a dual thing, training people to take up more jobs in the transport sector and the education sector. Education sector, as Manjari has already mentioned, everybody knows, it is saturated, or it is full of women. As I think the only one other sector where so many women are there, the high percentage of women are there, is the IT. When I was with IBM and when I had addressed IBM, Mindtree and other people, I realized how there are so many people. People are there, but we have to also find out whether they individually are feeling empowered. They may not be, because they are all working in their own verticals. So from that point of view, when you are training people for these jobs and also making them aware of safety and security and also equipping them with self-defense techniques and how to protect herself, that person, that auto rickshaw driver in Coorg had learned by experience, learned through suffering, how to protect herself, how to ward off any attempts at violation of space. But if you give them training, that is much easier for people, and I am sure that this endeavor, this initiative will be a huge success. In fact, even though FLO has been here for 3 years, since Rati has taken over, I am told the dynamism, her dynamism and contagious energy, contagious enthusiasm is bringing in a new life to FLO, and I am sure FLO will fly from strength to strength and will be an organization to be reckoned with in the years to come. All the very best to all the people who are associated with this. Thank you.